It's Friday, December 9th, 2022. We're outside of SOCU, awaiting the arrival of Carl Joseph, who asked to come into this institution for questioning. And you all would be aware of the situation. Good morning. It is a rainy day in downtown Georgetown. We have scattered showers. Rain is a usual thing at this time of the year. We had some showers just now. The rain has just eased, and we are outside awaiting the arrival of Carl Smith Joseph to come into this institution here for questioning. You would have been aware that the coalition would have filed a court matter on the local government elections. You would have seen the local government minister doing all kinds of unconstitutional things. You would have also seen GCOM also pushing back the elections, the local government nomination day for elections to 13 days, asking for that. You would have also seen GCOM putting out a statement saying that the minister has no authority to use his office to change the boundaries for the elections. You would also see a number of statements coming out in the press, a number of statements coming out from different persons within the coalition and different persons within the society and also in civil society, a few members of civil society, saying that this is unconstitutional. And now, since that case was filed by Carl Smith Joseph, along with her attorney, Mr. Roysdale Ford, we have been seeing all kinds of gymnastics happening with this illegal government. We have seen all kinds of pullback and toning down of this installed government. And now they have called in Carl Joseph to question him. Now what that says to you? That says to you that this government continues to show its hand as a dictatorial government, as a government who does not care for its people, as a government that continues to feel that they have the right to do whatever they want to do without no concern for the constitution of this country. They continue to trample on the constitution of this country. They continue to do things that are beyond the norm of a democratic country. And so we are out here awaiting the arrival of Carl Smith Joseph. We've been asked to come here for questioning. Questioning for what? Now, so we're out here, we are waiting, and we're going to be watching this because we know it is political gymnastics they're playing. It is intimidation politics. The usual thing of the PVP, intimidation, They like to intimidate you when they can't get their way. They like to intimidate you when they know that they are wrong. So they can't come out and say, you know, we made a mistake, They would never say that. They continue to show, they continue to show that they will use whatever means necessary to flex their muscles, to flex their political dictatorial muscles against the coalition. But you know what? We're going to continue to push back. We're going to continue to push back on this government. We're going to continue to show this government, this installed regime, that they're not going to have the last say, that they're not going to have their way. You understand? We are going to not allow that to happen. And so we are watching this. So stay with us. Stay with us. We're going to keep this live until Ms. Joseph comes, until she comes out. We're going to be watching this because we know it is wrong. It is intimidation politics. It is the same ploy of the PPP, who continue to believe that this is 1957 and 1923 and 1960, that they can use those same tactics and get away with it. Well, no, it's not going to happen. This is the 21st century. This is 2022. We have technology. Everybody has a phone. Everybody records. We have closed circuit cameras around the place. Well, sometimes it is being used whenever they want it to be used. But we're going to continue to push back and to let this dictatorial government know that they're not going to have their way. And so we are seeing movements. Persons are driving in SOCU. We're seeing vehicles coming in and driving in, and persons walking into SOCU, preparing for this big so-called questioning. Questioning. Questioning for what? Well, we know why they want to question her. We know about the big so-called commission of inquiry into the election. We'd have seen exactly, and you would have heard what the chairman of GCOM said when she was on the stand yesterday, twisting up her words, changing up her statements. You understand? Confusion things. You understand? We have seen that, and you know that all of this is a part of the intimidation machinery of the PPP. And so if you're close by Georgetown and you want to come and join us in this protest, you're free to do so. We're in front of SOCU, just next door to the immigration office. And so we're going to be waiting here for the arrival of Ms. Carol Joseph, who were asked to come here this morning for questioning. We are seeing movements, attorneys going up into the building. We're seeing staff, police officers who are a part of this big questioning this morning, and we'll get to know what the questions are when we speak to Carl Smith Joseph this morning. It is sad. It is sad that we in Guyana have to be going through this again and again and again. Again and again and again. The PPP like to call on the international community, sanction and sanction and sanction. Well, I hope when the sanction comes on them, they're man enough and woman enough to take it, because it is coming. So here we are again this morning on this rainy, cloudy morning. If you look up there, you will see it's scattered clouds, rain clouds set up. in Georgetown and probably other parts of the country as well. You know, you look down there, you will see rain clouds, a lot of rain clouds there on this wet morning. And so we are outside here and we are waiting for the arrival of Carl Smith Joseph, who's coming here to for questioning this morning. We were out here early this morning awaiting the arrival of Carl Smith Joseph and awaiting as to what are some of the gymnastics this installed PPP regime will want to ask this goodly woman, this woman who has been on the front line from day one, challenging this PPP installed regime. I see the vice chairman of the party is here as well to give his support. And so we're going to be talking to him just now. And so we are out here. We have one of our councillors as well out here to give support. Morning, councillor. How are you doing? Well. What are your thoughts about this whole questioning this morning, this whole trumped up questioning of Carl Smith Joseph this morning? What are your thoughts on this whole thing?
Well, of course, it's of no surprise. This is the PPP tactics, intimidation of persons who are not in support of their apartheid regime. And so anyone who's fighting for democracy will face this type of intimidation politics we face here in Guyana. I'm out here to support my comrade, a fellow comrade that fights for democracy, like I fight for democracy. And so we're here to say to SOCU and to the government that we will not stand up for the intimidation tactics. We're not fearful of it as well. We're prepared for it. We're asking all Guyanese, we're not asking the government because the government will not comply. They're undemocratic, and so we know they will not comply. They will continue to use these undemocratic strategies to try to intimidate the residents of Guyana. And so we're here to say to the people of Guyana that today may be Comrade Joseph, tomorrow is going to be you. We cannot stand up and allow, regardless of what party you're with, we cannot stand up and allow this type of undemocratic behavior. Eventually, it will create the type of environment that is not conducive to development. Persons are getting angry and heated. And so we know where it's going to be. We don't want it to lead that way. We're asking the residents, we're asking the citizens of Guyana to support democracy, support what is right. Carl Smith Joseph has done nothing wrong except to stand up to GCOM for the undemocratic behavior, and so she's being targeted. And so my stance is that I'm not surprised. Anybody who observes the political atmosphere in Guyana should not be surprised of the PPP tactics. This is how they operate. And so I'm out here to give support to not just my comrade, but fellow Guyanese citizen who stands up for democracy.
And this is the kind of one Guyana we're talking about. The president likes to talk about one Guyana, but you can't be talking about one Guyana when you are attacking one side of the country and praising another, right? And that is the thing we continue to see about this dictatorial government.
Yes.
They cannot be trusted with their words. Their words say one thing and the action says another.
Yes, the one Guyana they speak of is their Guyana, their circle. And we see this happening, as you say, I'm a councillor, and we see this happening locally in the communities.
Yeah.
They don't care what type of personalities. Once you support them, regardless whether you're a criminal, whatever it is, once you support them, they're throwing little bits at you, a little bit of contracts, and giving them the leadership in communities. And persons who've been fighting for democracy and fighting for the upliftment of communities, etc., are being sidelined. being targeted when they get up to speak. So we understand that this is that is their Guyana. I support we support the real one Guyana, one people, one nation, one destiny.
Yes.
Where regardless of race or culture or religion, that you have a right to stand up and be free. And so that's that's where we are.
Where we are. So we're still outside waiting for the arrival of Carl Smith Joseph. We have been seeing a lot of movements of persons in suits and tie into the building, going into the building in preparation for this trumped up questioning. And so, ladies and gentlemen, stay tuned with us. We are going to keep you up to date in what's happening here. We are waiting the arrival of Carl Smith Joseph. As soon as she comes, we're going to come right back with you and give you more details as to what is the happenings in there, in that building over there that you're seeing this morning. So don't go away. Stay with us. Stay with us. We're going to be right back. We're going to be right back. Don't move. Stay with us. We've seen Carl Joseph now going into the building with our attorney, Nigel Hughes.